Yes. Here we go back on the scene. This is the We So Classic podcast brought to you by WeSoClassic.com. It's your man D Damon in the building.
It's your boy Lou Hall in the building.
Yo. It's your boy Prez in the house.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Recess hollering from the yard, y'all. What's good?
Chilling,
man.
Nobody ever says D. Sometimes it sounds like you said instead of brought to you, you be saying bought to you. Like I bought to you.
I bought and sold you motherfuckers, but what's good, man? What is
great, man? What? Chilling, yo.
Man.
Yo, what's up? What's up, Sharif?
I ain't seen you all day, man. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining us, brother.
Yo, man. Of course, can't miss this.
You cold right now, man?
Nah, not even, man. Not even. Why you ask that? I don't understand.
You got the hoodie on and shit. I mean,
obvious question.
I'm just saying, man. I felt like having a hoodie on, man.
Right now, man.
Felt like having a hoodie on, just in case I gotta run out, gotta go handle something.
You look like Bishop.
Like Bishop. That ain't like Sharif. Straight up on the So what's good, man? I mean, Prez, what's up, man? How your week been, brother?
Week has been good, man. Week has been good. Just been busy, same old. Just moving and shaking. Just trying to just.
What are you shaking, man? Obviously, what are you
moving and shaking? What's going on, son? I'm
going to shake my third in the toilet.
What kind of?
I just doing what I do, man. On the grind,
cooking. Like you got shake and bake. Like what's going on, man?
Man, come on, man. I ain't gotta go into details, man. Why you got me going into details?
I want to lay a spot up and shit, man. I know how that
go. I'm out here, just grinding, staying alive.
That's what's up. Election day coming up, brother. You're gonna be out there tomorrow night, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I gotta go out there, rock the vote. Flip some switches. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was right in time. Did I hear a coin and I heard something? Flip some switches. That sounds like a light. I don't know. It sounded right on time, Prez.
Yes, it did.
All right, enough with y'all bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers is fools. Whoever don't vote. This
shit. Look who's talking.
Nah.
Look who's talking.
Shout out to whoever said it. But I heard it before. It said them niggas gonna vote slavery back into law, and motherfuckers wouldn't even know. They're at the corner store. Next thing you know.
The people. So for some reason out the blue, you just you trolling. You just talking. All of a sudden, you talking some voting shit out the blue. Did you vote, or are you planning on voting?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't vote? Of course, you have to. This is too much. It's too much. They have too much up there that if anybody would say, okay. All right, it's a repeat of history. Everything we go about is a repeat of history. This reminds me, like I'm gonna sound like a real fucking political buff now. 25 years ago, Bill Clinton, when he got elected in 92, right? I think 2 years later, it's the same thing, midterm elections. They didn't give him welfare to do. The Republicans shut down his health care. And then on the midterm elections, the Republicans took over Congress and made Bill just do whatever the fuck they wanted him to do. So it's a repeat of history. So of course I don't mind people, but as me, as a common citizen, like someone, this, like you got to step for. I mean, even you know what I'm saying. You got everybody in the house is going tomorrow morning. Like it's like everybody. Like if you got a valid, it's like your civil duty to get everybody to go, just because. It's happened before, and if you don't do nothing about it, you just did nothing about it.
So how long have you felt like this, sir?
2 days.
I'm just saying. I'm curious. Like everything you just said, man, it was right on point, man. I'm inspired. I'm definitely going out to vote tomorrow. Man.
Like, don't you want to be involved? You really do not want to be involved in what's going on right now.
Hey, listen, you hit it right on the head. Niggas will be posted up on the corner, van up, pull up, and start throwing them niggas in the van. Yo, they be like, yo, what are you doing? Yo, you didn't go vote, motherfucker? Slavery's back in effect.
Yo, you know how many? Yo, do you know how it's gonna be? I feel like what they're gonna try to do is just implement worse police control in the community, less government patrolling of corruption, policing, and there's going to be less of government on government, and just the way it seems like they're just sucking the taxes. Whoever wants to do the taxes is so funny because everybody is going to raise taxes, it seems like, right? But who is going to tax who? And you just know the people, everybody that says that we're going to tax the rich, go ahead. I know why so many people want it, because they're in that bracket. Why they want to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle said it best to the poor white man in line saying, oh yeah, I'm voting for him. He's for me. Dave Chappelle was behind him and said, this idiot. For me.
Economics, man. It's all about them economics, man.
Yo, isn't that crazy?
Racism, none of that shit, yo.
And I'm not rich, so you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a shift in a lot of things. The stand your ground law is big down here, you know.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Propaganda is crazy, like Amendment 3. Just to be specific on one thing. So Amendment 3. An ad came on and it said it's about schools. Do you want funding or less government funding, or privatized or government public funding that the government receives from private companies to less of that to go to your schools? And that's all the amendment really said. They show people pictures of kids.
Okay.
I read Amendment 3. It has nothing to do with schools whatsoever. Amendment 3 is to put the power of the vote in the voter's hand when it comes to casinos.
Okay.
I looked at, and then a couple of days later, I'm not gonna lie to you, a couple of days because I heard about the ballot. I had to read the ballot because so many things on the ballot.
Right.
You know what the Anthem TV says? As I'm watching World News tonight at 6:30.
What's that?
They say Amendment 3 is about schools. Read the amendment. It has nothing to do about schools. I looked at Ma, I said, Ma, you serious? No, I just read that.
That's how they get people, man. That's how
exactly.
Unbelievable, guys. So if they could trick me, if I did not see that, if they could trick me to easily thinking about schools, they could trick anybody, guys. And that's what everybody's being tricked. Not into voting, not caring, not to thinking at least for one bit of hope that you see the TV is not bugging. It's not bugging. Look, we elected Clinton in 92. This happened 25 years ago. And we fucking let the Republicans take over again in 94. And Clinton did everything. It's repeated history, fellas. Sorry. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that answers your question. No, this is not recently. I've been thinking about this. I've just seen it before, guys.
You could have fooled me.
It was when George W.'s father, he was the first president, like in eight, like total. He's like the fourth president ever to not get elected to a second term. We voted Clinton. We were so hungover over Clinton. Right? That we didn't care that politics is politics. You have to have Clinton and have the House as him, a Democrat house. So everybody's down with what these ready to do. We're about to do it. We're about to do this. We're about to do that. And the Republicans found a way to make the people uninterested and not come out. Do you know voter suppression is on the ballot? How you have voter suppression on the ballot? That's what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about schools? No. The amendment is actually about taking the power out of the voters' hands. So if there's a casino that's about to open right in the next neighborhood next to you, you know what I'm saying? And you know what the deal is with that. What's going to come? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Prostitution.
You have no say. That's voter suppression, my nigga.
Crazy.
That's taking the power out of your hands. So if I could get food, anybody can get food. I'm a fool, and I got food, and you know what I'm saying. Everybody gets food. Like, it's crazy, but when you look at it, it's ridiculous. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Now we talked about it earlier in our chat, and like I'm 100% like. I know this is what's happening. I feel like our government is taking us down the road to be a straight communist country. They're trying to take all the democracy, all the choices that, you know, were quote unquote given to us, to which, I mean, we all know it's nothing given to us. But I feel like we're heading straight down the path of communism. Because it just seems like when you look at all these other countries like Russia, you know what I'm saying? You look at all these other like China, you know, where the government regulates everything that they do. Like if they protest against their government, then they can be locked up or even killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
By the police. It's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The rhetoric is there. He's not condoning this full-hearted. This is bad. This is not. You know, the man literally said that the killing of the people in the synagogue took away from the momentum of the election. How do you bring politics in a time when everybody looks to the White House? It's like the Oklahoma City bombing. Just like when Bill Clinton was president there, like they were saying, listen, what's going to happen? You lost everything. You lost the house. You're losing. You got Whitewater scandal on you. You got Paula Jones. You got coming on girls' dresses. You know what I'm saying? This is just like him, right? Yeah. And then Oklahoma City bombing happens, and you look towards the White House for leadership. You know what I'm saying? And that's all they want. And you can't. This guy, no, he doesn't provide that.
And you know what's funny too? Another funny thing is, you notice how when Kavanaugh, when all those hearings, those proceedings was happening on Capitol Hill, and then you had the protesters. Shout out to my man Mike Song, who was out there protesting against him actually being elected and being appointed, excuse me. But you saw that him and some other people were arrested, for protesting. But in this country, we're supposed to have the right to protest. It's the right to assemble. I can't remember which amendment it is, but it's the right to assemble and protest. But if that's an amendment, but you're getting arrested, there's no violence. No violence now. There's no violence, but you're getting arrested because you're protesting against what 45 is doing. It kind of shows that shows, like I said, the government is really trying to control everything that we do, even down to the internet. When you're trying to restrict the speeds of the internet, so that way they're not. I guess the information doesn't reach, the way that it's supposed to reach. There's a hidden agenda behind that. And I may be going off on a tangent, but I just feel like this government is really trying to control everything.
Gosh, yo, I thought, not to go off on a tangent, Luhol, which you just did. What I'm saying is that the one time I did look it up, I looked up the executive orders, right? Because I remember Donald Trump, they played a clip on something on
45. We take the power out of that name.
President Trump, our great President Trump, he quoted it saying Obama had so many executive orders, like around 60 executive orders in his 8 years in office, 60 or something in 8 years old, I believe. He said, oh, that person with that many executive orders cannot control a country. He's not running a country. That's not you. That's just putting an executive order is forcing your power. Then I found out between 90 days, the first 90 days to 6 months, I think it's 90 days of his presidency, he signed over 150.
And they snuck it in.
I'm sorry. That's what we said on the chat when you said and that's why he writes little things to sneak them in.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. That in between the other conversation about tonight's topic and the 2 Chainz verse on Tory Lanez album. Right in between there, I remember you slid that line in there. Yo, you want to talk about that 2 Chainz verse on Tory Lanez album, which I think is fire. I mean, as just somebody just sitting back, I was like, yo, Tory, y'all can say all y'all want. Y'all, I love Dimebag.
You gotta have ADD or some shit, man.
I love Dimebag guys.
You gotta have ADD or something. You got something, man. Something going on and shit, man.
That's King's segue.
Hey, yo, come on. But that Tory Lanez, Prez don't like Tory Lanez, son. You don't really care for.
I'm not an R&B dude.
Oh, okay.
I'm not R&B smooth.
I can tell.
That's not my cup of tea.
We know. Hilarious.
You don't like R&B smooth. You're not an R&B dude. Like you in the Rouge.
Yo, fuck these. You talking about Tory Lanez? Big shout out to this other album that just dropped recently, man. My man Swiss Beats the Monster. That shit is fire. Fire. I listen to that shit in the ride. That shit blasted me. That shit is crazy. Crazy. That dude Swiss Beats be doing it up, man.
What's your favorite joint, Prize?
My favorite joint on there? Oh man. Shit. The one with Nas is cool. You know,
right.
I like that one. That one is dope. Obviously the fucking Lil Wayne joint kind of grew on me.
That shit that shit must have been old. That had to be old.
It is old.
Lil Wayne sounded mad clear and shit and concise and
it is old. He said he actually said he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember when he recorded.
Yeah, that shit that there. I figured. I heard this shit.
That's what Lean does.
I was like, this shit gotta be mad old, man. He sound nice and shit. He don't sound nice no more, yo. That's
the fucking the Kendrick Locks joint. I was disappointed in that shit.
Come on and shit, right?
Yeah, this nigga was only on the goddamn chorus.
It's just started going off. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Shit.
I wasn't feeling that shit at all. I was like, how you gonna have a dude with the lyrical dexterity of a Kendrick Lamar?
There we go.
That's the C word.
You know what I'm saying? And not have this nigga spit a 16 on there, yo. Right. Like he got the locks. Like we might not ever see that fucking combination again. Like
all he needed was that Kendrick verse. That shit would have.
Listen.
I don't get it.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
The Locks and Kendrick Lamar on the song?
Yes.
Oh my God, that should have been.
Yes, we will. Let me tell you why we will.
Why is that?
We will because if you look at all the music that has been coming out this year that has been just surprising us, don't you think that they was in the studio? Like, I really believe that wasn't like an email type situation.
I think that was.
Bet you.
You think it was all? I don't think they was all there. I don't think.
You don't think so?
At the same time,
Because Swiss can pull that off.
Come on.
I don't think they was. I don't think Kendrick was there. I don't think Kendrick was there.
I can tell you somebody who was by himself there.
Who that?
Styles P. 10 fingers, my nigga. Yo, 10 from beginning to end. But that self-made is probably my favorite. That's the last joint on the joint. The self-made.
You talking about the dime bag?
Yes, I'm talking about dime bag.
Okay. You said 10 fingers. I don't even know where you get the 10 fingers.
10 fingers. Oh, nah. Probably just check about food, nigga. What the fuck you talking about food, nigga? 10 joints.
You was thinking about food, nigga. You was thinking about food.
Yo, shout to Styles P, man. This dude is how many albums he came out with this year?
4. Yeah, 4 albums. 4 albums.
Busy.
Yeah, he had the dime bag. He had the G host.
Yeah.
He had the nickel bag. He had the nickel bag.
Yeah.
Plus he had the collabo with your boy Davies.
Yeah.
So what we gonna get next? Brick.
It's going up, right?
No,
exactly.
Bricks coming, B.
Bricks and keys and fucking all of that shit.
Boatload.
I ain't gonna front, man. 2018 has definitely been like, probably top 20 greatest years of all times and shit. Man.
What? Top 20.
Wow.
What's wrong with you, bro? Something wrong with you.
Top 20, Sharif. I mean, that's
fuck out of here.
Within the top 20, I'm saying.
I don't think you could name 5 years better.
Hell no. Hell no.
I don't think I could name. I don't know. I'm trying to name. I said 88 before. 94.
I'm gonna name 3 back to back: 96, 97, and 98.
Yeah, wildin'. Yeah, wildin'.
I think you're wildin' 97.
What?
I think 97.
Because look, you gotta also throw in during that time, West Coast was getting the West Coast music was heavy.
Well, shit, 95 was off the fucking chain and shit. Come on, man.
Yeah, 95 was. I feel like the 90s.
Press, top 10, Press. Top 10. Top 10, man.
I'd say top 5.
It's the best. It's the best.
Top 10.
Wow.
Don't worry. We got an episode coming on that.
Yeah,
greatest years of all times and shit.
We got an episode coming, yo. The best year for hip hop record releases ever. Come on, and we're gonna put the Diesel Classic stamp. The stamp on it.
I hear you. That's what's up.
88 niggas. I'm sorry for real.
With 94. I'm stuck at 94. Ain't no fuck with 94 and shit.
I'm still stuck on 96.
94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Then 2018 is in there somewhere.
It's in there, baby. It's in there.
When you name those years, 2018 is somewhere in there.
But I'm thinking when I tell you, and I think the reason why I connect with the 90s so much is just because that's during the time when I was in high school. So it was like, just those days of, going to the PX, getting the new joints that come out. You know what I'm saying? The Source magazine.
Fucking tape or CDs, man. What'd you fuck away back in like 90, 96?
96. It was CDs.
You fuck with CDs? Okay.
Because I was still on. Well, I would say the CDs for if the album was actually bought by me or my pops. Okay. But if I got the tape from like a friend,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because they got the CD. Like, yo, make me a dub, yo. Make me a dub.
I got my R. Kelly. I got that 12 player shit. Ain't ready to die. My boys had the CD. I fucking dubbed that shit, man.
Yo, I think the criteria would be, Prez, right now, 2018, because even outside, every year, every couple of years, like 2001, we had 50, 2002, Nelly, them, you know what I'm saying? 2006, you had, was also there's a couple of years in between.
Yeah.
To jump from the 90s to 2018, right? Like in 88, of course, there's so many big moments. That's why I think it's probably the greatest year, of course. You know, I already said that before, only because of, you know, the Slick Rick, Big Daddy Kane, you know, Rakim, everybody dropped it. Most of the greats dropped to 88. But 2018, it feels like, what were the memorable points of 2018? Like, can you run through a quick top memorable albums, like straight?
We gotta say that shit for the episode, bro. Like,
yeah.
why are you trying to get into it now, man?
Hey, it is what it is. 2018, besides when you see Hove, Nas, the Pusha, then you had, you know, the you know, Styles, and well, you know,
got the Weezy,
Drake, the Nicki. Yeah, I mean,
Weezy. You got a bunch, bro.
I wonder if it will stand the test of time. The way I think of 30 years ago, if in 2018 it'll be crazy. In 2048, what stands from there?
We'll break it down. Don't worry, we'll get into it. Break it down by quarters. You know, break it down.
We'll break it down.
And you know what? I'm sorry, y'all just had me.
And y'all just had me. 30 years from now. Just like y'all niggas.
Listen, I'm sorry. Y'all just had me think about something. Like for the 2000s, because we was just talking about Miss Arnie mentioned 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought about that. Like 2000s for me was like crazy, just because I was just turning 18.
Mm-hmm.
I was up in the clubs. Mm-hmm. It was all about chicks, drugs, drinks.
Okay.
And in the club. So
that's a nice t-shirt right there, by the way, yo.
Huh?
That's a nice t-shirt right there.
Oh, why you just yo, you know you gotta edit this out, right? You gotta edit this part out.
No, you don't. No. Because
is this where you want to go straight into our topic? Because we could edit this out.
Edit what out?
That's a corporate thing right there. So if somebody takes that, it's crazy.
It's all good. What you saying,
Lou? That's an idea.
But yeah, I did like, so I guess it depends on like the aspects of your life. Like where were you at these certain moments, which makes it more memorable.
Of course.
That's what music does, bro. It's like it brings you back to a time, you know, reminds you of your girlfriend or your boys, or you know, just living life at a particular time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there's certain songs that just do it for you. So
yes.
So in that regard, you know, growing up in the 90s, yeah, obviously 94 was a banger, 93 was a banger, and all that. 95, some people say, you know, but shit, man, 2018, the climate in this country right now, man,
it's much needed.
No matter what way you cut it, it's just dope that we can even just agree on something that's great. Like which is better. Like they're all good. Like, oh, this one is a little better than that. Like they're all good and shit. So
that's dope. Yeah, for sure.
Shit, we ain't talking about 2016. We ain't talking about that bullshit. Yeah,
Speaking of 2018, isn't there some before we get into our topic, what's coming out this week?
I know they got a what you call it, Master Ace and Marco Polo.
Okay.
Ooh.
They're supposed to be dropping a joint called The Brooklyn Story, I believe it's called. I believe that's coming out this week. There's another album that's supposed to be dropping.
I'm just waiting on somebody to say it.
Black Star.
Oh damn! I know Meek Mill's supposed to be dropping.
Oh man,
don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Meek Mill's supposed to be dropping. I'm not sure when exactly. Hopefully before the end of the year.
That
there's another Anderson .Paak. Anderson .Paak got an album.
Oh,
you know, he putting the finishing touches on. And, there's one other heavy hitter that's supposed to be dropping. I can't think of it.
I know they said Ross is supposed to be dropping before the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, Ross has been quiet. Ross has been quiet for a while.
Getting that workout on. This I know this Friday that Jamla joint is supposed to drop.
Okay.
Jamla the Squad.
Yes,
for sure. Yes. That lead single was a fucking heat rocker.
Yes, it was.
Man, I listen to that shit like almost every day, yo. All right. Almost every day.
Shout to the North Carolina representatives.
For sure.
J. Cole and Rhapsody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure. And she held her own, son. Like when I saw the lineup, when I saw the feature on there, I was like, damn, Cole don't play when he gets on the microphone. He brings that shit. And I'm like, damn, is she want to be able to handle her own? Son, I feel like she outshined that nigga Cole on the album, son.
Yeah.
She got him, son.
Yeah.
Like if you know how you always talking about who got who and the dude's on a feature on another dude's song or whatever. Man, listen, she came off, son.
Yes.
She came off. Got me listening to her old catalog again, yo.
Yo, I did that too, man. Me and the wife went to Charlotte this weekend, and I was playing that Layla's Wisdom, and she was feeling the joints off of it. So
yeah, for sure, man. She's definitely. I'm glad she's getting her proper recognition now.
Yeah,
I think she's been putting in that work for a minute, and nobody's really been giving her, her props or whatever. Or at least not on a large scale.
It's that same. I was talking with my wife and shit. We talk about that whole bullshit, that Cardi B, Nicki Minaj nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
crazy how it's just seems to be the same shit when it comes to black people. It'll only be like one. It'll only be one comedian, one black comedian on top. It'll only be one black female MC on top. It's like ridiculous. This shit is fucking ridiculous. Why everybody just can't live and just eat? Why they always got to try to drag each other down and try to, you know what I'm saying? Remember when Kevin Hart was on top and all the black comedians was coming at him? Why gotta be about that? Why everybody just can't just get their money together? Like how these rock, they don't give a fuck what the next band is doing.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what Guns N' Roses is doing and Aerosmith. They don't give a shit. They all out there getting their money. They ain't trying to tear each other down and make tracks and shit. They just doing.
But you know why? Because the issue because even Kevin Hart broke this down on one of the Breakfast Club interviews. Basically, he's saying when it comes to whatever genre that you're in, whether it's music, comedy, movies, or whatever, that one person that is making it, that's on top, they consider that person the gatekeeper. So the person that's under them got to go to that person. They feel like that they got to go to that person in order to get to this place, to get to that place, because that gatekeeper is the one that's connected and the one that is right there on that that's crossed over. So they trying to get that crossover money. So sometimes those people that's there, they feel like, oh, well, they getting it. They get, they get that whole jealousy thing, and they think that, that person is holding them back. When honestly,
black people,
right? And they're not holding them back. The only person that's holding yourself back is yourself.
Basically,
and that's exactly what he said. The only person holding yourself back is you.
Look how they do. Look how they got it. Even when Tiffany Haddish, when she was really popping, they coming at her like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It make no fucking sense, yo. So I say all that to say like she can't. Unfortunately, it only be one female rap at a time. That's just the way it's gonna be. It's gonna be one at a time. Right now, it's Cardi B. She's gonna be the only one. They're not gonna look at nobody else as far as the mainstream. They ain't gonna pay nobody else any attention. It's only Cardi B right now.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's like yeah. But then if you ask her, right? If you ask Rhapsody, are you happy with the recognition that you're getting from your peers and the true hip hop fans right now? Would you trade that in? Would you trade that recognition in for the fame and the fortune that Cardi B is getting? I guarantee you, she's gonna be like, hell no.
No,
she don't want that. You know what I mean? When she can do a song with Kendrick and she can do a song with what's this guy's name? J. Cole, and she could do a song with all these cats in the industry, like these, official, heavyweight MCs.
She did a song with Voice the 5'9" on Prime and held her fucking own.
Nicki Minaj ain't doing that.
That shit was dope.
You know what I'm saying? Cardi B ain't doing that. You know what I mean? It's like they don't respect them. They don't respect those girls and the craft like that. So it's like it's the same thing with Black Thought. Like Black Thought is like he doesn't get the mainstream recognition, right? But everybody knows that this cat is like one of the best to ever do it.
Assassin.
It's so funny. Yo, Book of Ryan to me still album of the year. To me, still album of the year.
It's up there. But you know what though, man?
Oh my god,
let me tell you
dope on that prime joint.
Let me tell you something. That Mona Lisa though, I've been listening to that Mona Lisa, man.
Yeah.
That Mona Lisa, son.
Oh man, that shit.
Another prime example. Why does a dude like Joel Ortiz? Why is he still like?
Conversation last week, man. We had this conversation
last week. We covered
Joel Ortiz. This dude is so nice. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, absolutely.
But people not, mainstream hip hop, circles aren't on it. They not fucking with the dude. A lot of his shit is like, I think if you're not from New York, a lot of his shit might not be appealing to you. The words that he used, the phrases and the pictures that he paints, it's like you grew up in the 90s and you grew up out there hustling and you grew up like doing the shit that living in the peas. You know what I'm saying? A nigga like Recess, like I know he was probably hearing that album and he was like, oh,
I love it, Joel.
Listen, and let's not even talk about like the crafty bars. This dude said, that priest that butt fucked you. Holy shit. Nah, literally. Holy shit.
Oh man.
Yo, I died when I heard that. Yo.
You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot of talent, bro. Where you can put them words together, like have a dude be like, yo, what did he say? Yo, that's a talented motherfucker, yo, man.
For real, man.
That could be a whole nother episode too. Fucking underrated MCs and shit.
Oh man, unbelievable.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. We definitely gotta get into that 2018 later in the year, man.
Yes.
Definitely was a great year. I think Recess said it best a couple of weeks ago. Like 100%, probably the greatest comeback year ever for hip hop and shit. So many great comeback albums and shit. So many people, man.
Yes.
Definitely, hands down, man. But yo, we get into this motherfucking topic, man. My man Lou Hall last week was doing his movie review, right? Lou Hall talking about this movie, this basketball joint called Slam. Like, poetry and shit? Nah, it's basketball. It's like, motherfucker, that's a damn poetry movie and shit, man. But my man Recess, man, you came up with this with an idea for this topic and shit, man. Talking about what you was talking about, brother?
Remember, right after he said Slam was a basketball movie.
Yo, you know what? I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm gonna tell you what movie that I thought that it was.
Too late. It's too late.
No, I mixed it up, and that was on me.
The whole shit.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. So no, I messed up.
Crazy. So good, man. So good.
Well, that's one of those times, D, when there's so much to talk about. I just think that he just said soul in the hole. I thought the only thing closest to it is Slammer Jammer, but that came out last year. Like, what the fuck is going on? So there's so many, D. So many.
Favorite basketball movies, man.
Just a couple of my favorites.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You You can set that shit off, man. You want to set that shit off, man?
And one of my favorite basketball movies so happened to be one of my favorite movies, period. Why? I'm not, man. You know, my better half, she calls me Mookie from Spike Lee from Do the Right Thing, who featured Rosie Perez. And her character's name in White Man Can't Jump is Gloria. So what a connection through Rosie Perez, me and my better half has. She calls me Mookie. I call her Gloria.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Of course, you know I'm talking about Billy Hoyle and Sidney Dean.
Yeah, man.
Billy Hope.
Billy Hope. Billy Hope. You got my money, Billy Hope?
White Man Can't Jump. My man Wesley, black ass Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, man. That's a classic fucking movie right there, man. Classic shit.
Oh, he was hustling. He could have been a pro ball player, but they were on the run constantly. Living hotel to hotel, and Woody Harrelson sitting, and Billy Hope was out there hustling. And one day ran into Wesley Snipes to Sidney Dean, who had a couple of businesses, right? He hustled basketball,
right?
Yeah, construction business, right? And he had a few other things lined up. He hustled Billy Hoyle. He hustled his partner. Remember when he hustled his partner with Kadeem Hardison?
Right.
Was in that scene? Not to mention the ending is traumatic when they went to go get that money. The wives got together. Sydney's wife and Billy's wife got together, and they said, "Listen, y'all gonna have to play these dudes for this bread." I think it was $5,000.
Yeah.
Yo, remember this mom won the first half of his money that he won with Sydney, and then he said, "But you thought?" Sydney said, "Why you didn't dunk it?" He said, "You think I can't dunk?" And they driving and they pull over. It was so sad. He said, "I'll bet you my half I could dunk it." How you gonna bury yourself a hole? I'll give you three shots. But he missed the first one, remember? Wesley just jumped on the rim and looked up. No, it's regulation to me. And lost his money, son. Yo, I remember Dwayne Martin. I remember him from wasn't he already on that other show already? On NBC. I forgot that show already. It wasn't a Cosby Show, right? It was the one. It was A Different World. Was he on A Different World?
Dwayne Martin on A Different World?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He was on one of those. Oh, that was the first time I seen him. Thought he was on an NBC show, but yeah, man. White Man Can't Jump. Classic fucking movie, son.
And the basketball scenes was dope. When they was battling on dudes in the park and shit. The basketball scenes were dope. They was fucking balling, man.
Yes, like yo,
they was fucking balling, hitting them fucking the fucking water jump shots, hitting them Steph Curry shots.
Yes. Hey, yo, you look at the way they were shooting them jump shots. It's like totally different from the way they was doing it. They do it now. Like, I mean, it was
shit. It was on that Bernard King shit back then.
Exactly.
The last old ones they played, Duck.
He's
an NBA player.
He's a real NBA player, you said?
He was a real NBA player. I think he played maybe for Portland.
Okay.
Back in the day, Freeman Williams, I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Yo, Prez was like what, 30 back then in Venice Beach? State?
Hell yeah.
Right? He was out there.
Mouth, man. Watch your mouth.
He was out there.
Watch your mouth, boy.
Prez was in the movie.
Exactly. White Man Can't Jump, but that, like I said, that shit was dope. Dope fucking movie. Everything was dope. Movie made some good money in the box office too. Rosie Perez was fucking beautiful, man. Oh man, everybody was dope. Dope shit, man.
Oh yeah.
Dope shit. Yo, one of my favorite joints, man. This is back when I was a Knicks fan and shit, man. Back in the days in the 90s, I was a Knicks fan, man. So when this movie dropped right here, man, this shit was dope. I was loving it. 1996, man.
Yes.
The homegirl, Whoopi Goldberg, that Eddie.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. You all right? All right. I remember that.
Who was Whoopi? She's like a limo driver. This big Knicks fanatic. This crazy Knicks fan up in the nosebleed section. They had
rafters.
The Rafters had their whole crew up there and shit. And I think it was like a contest at halftime. I think you had to hit the free throw or some shit. Had to hit some shots or whatever, and then she get the shot, and she get to coach the team for the second half, and then she won the contest, coached the team for the second half. The damn owner saw it. He saw it was like a whole big commotion. Everybody was loving her, and he fucking offered her the job. I think he fired the coach or the coach quit. Offered her the job and shit, man. Basically for publicity stunts, But the shit was working out, man, and. The shit was dope, man. The shit was dope. Like the team was horrible and shit, and she turned them around and everything.
Who's the players on the team?
Who she had? Malik Sealy was in that shit, man. Yep. John Sally.
Yep.
Wasn't Rick Fox in that shit too?
Yeah, Rick Fox was in it.
Rick Fox, man. Yeah, it was dope, man. Fucking
Larry Johnson,
Mark Jackson.
It was dope.
You know what? They should hire Whoopi right now, my nigga.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
The one thing I remember the most about that whole scenario was like, she had turned the team around and then basically got the Knicks, because the Knicks were losing. They were like at the bottom of the league, turned them back around, got them back on track. And then I think they had like one more game to win. If they won that last game, they was going to the playoffs. And then Whoopi found out that the owner was going to sell the team and it's going to move the Knicks to St. Louis and shit if they won the team, man. So she had like this moral dilemma, like, I want to win, but I don't want the Knicks to move and shit. So it was crazy, man. It was crazy.
Yvonne McBasket.
You know what's crazy? That the Knicks went into double overtime with the Bulls tonight and lost by 1. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Damn. One of the worst teams in the league and shit, by the way. But
hey, y'all watch your fucking mouth.
Son of a bitch.
But that was, like I said, the movie was dope. I enjoyed the movie. It didn't do too well in the box office and shit. It cost $30 million to make, and it made $31 million. So they barely broke even and shit at the box office, but to me, it was still a cult classic, especially for basketball fans.
Oh yeah,
New York Knicks basketball fans. It was a cult classic movie and shit. Big shout out to Whoopi Goldberg
and Knicks fans.
Hang in there. One of these days, you may be able to get a winning season out of them fools. Hang in there.
Speaking of Knicks fans,
playoffs.
What's up, man? You got one, man?
Yes. I definitely have a movie. This is one of my favorite movies, just because it just showed like the dynamic of how things go in basketball when different people want you to go to certain, schools, and how they get you to, try to be a part of the schools. So we gonna jump right into He Got Game. That came out May 1st of 1998. Spike Lee joint.
One of my favorite.
Yes.
Period. Not even by just favorite movie. Period and shit, man.
Denzel Washington and Ray Allen. Denzel Washington played Ray Allen's father, who he was locked up in jail for like 6 years due to the accidental murder of his mother. So with that, the warden was like, I'll give you a pardon, a 1 week pardon to get your son, who played by Ray Allen, who's just like this phenomenal basketball player, to go and play for his alma mater. So he had a week to try to convince him, being out of jail, on, to go to his alma mater. So, it showed the life of Ray Allen, who played, his name was Jesus Shuttleworth. Yes.
People still Ray Allen Jesus Shuttlesworth to this day and shit.
Yes, they do. I remember, matter of fact, his last year in the league, I saw so many posters. That last game he played, it said Jesus Shuttlesworth throughout on a whole bunch of posters. But yeah, it just showed what these high school kids get to, I guess, go through when they trying to choose like different schools, what the schools try to offer them. They try to offer them money, cars, girls, you know what I'm saying? We know the infamous scene, with them chicks. So in that movie, who else was in the movie? Rick Fox. Yeah, man, it was that movie is like one of the best movies, man. Best basketball movies, and like you said, one of the favorite movies of all times.
Yeah, I definitely saw that shit in the movie theaters and shit, man. I saw it. Yeah, probably. I don't know if I saw it opening week, but I saw it was close to. Maybe man, like it was out for like 2 weeks.
Everybody in the theater was so quiet when they showed the scene of how his pops killed his moms.
Oh yeah,
man, it was emotional, and they kind of like the movie. See, I kind of liken it to like wrestling type of thing where like Denzel, he was like a good guy, but then he was like a bad guy at the same time. And then you kind of felt sorry for him. But then when you saw the flashback of what actually happened, then you kind of like dislike him a little bit. And then it's crazy and shit. And then it seemed like he's like all for his son. Then it kind of comes out that he's kind of using him too and shit. You know what I'm saying? Using him.
Yep.
Because the warden wanted him to have his son sign in his school so he can lighten his sentence. So now it kind of looked like his father's using him also and shit. After he's finally like opened up to him, because he had that grudge and he finally like opened up to him a little bit. And he found out fuck, you using me too? Like what the fuck, man? But it's crazy, yo. But then at the end, he actually ended up going to that school. But remember, the father still didn't get his fucking deal because the order was like, oh, he didn't sign the papers and shit. Which is crazy, man. He got some bullshit, yeah.
Exactly.
Sorry for him again. It's like, fuck, man.
You spoiled it for anybody that didn't see it.
Look, if you ain't see this fucking movie, came out 20 years ago and shit. You're dumbass.
Friends never saw it, nigga. You saw it?
Of course I saw it, man. Hell yeah. And I also know Jesus Shuttlesworth was originally supposed to be played by Stephon Marbury.
Hey, look at you, brother. Look at you.
Yeah.
Basically, the movie was basically about Coney Island.
Yeah, but he was supposed to actually portray the role. But I guess what's his name? Ray Lewis did a better job in the reading.
Who?
Ray Lewis. I mean, not Ray Lewis. Ray Allen.
2018 album. I didn't even think about basketball right there.
We ain't talking about murderers.
Man, huh?
Whoa.
Allegedly.
Damn. Stab.
Damn.
Okay. And you know he got a statue in front of the stadium, right?
Yeah.
Steph?
No, nigga. Ray Lewis.
Oh, Ray Lewis?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So does Benedict Arnold.
So does Robert E. Lee.
They all gotta come down. All them shits.
That one was stuff because it was in the news, my nigga. So this is all off of him saying the wrong name. Y'all can really sidebar.
What tangents?
Yo,
Sharif, man, you got one, man?
Of course I got one, man. What do you mean? What do you mean?
That's good, man.
You guys mentioned the actor by the name of Woody Harrelson who starred in White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah.
Excellent film, excellent actor. But how many of you remember that he also starred in a second basketball movie
Ooh.
back in 2008?
Okay.
This wasn't it wasn't a drum. I guess was White Man Can't Jump a drama?
Yeah.
Like comedy / drama.
I think comedy / drama.
I already know what you're talking about, Prez. Go ahead, man. You already done
he did a good job in the drama. He did an excellent job in this comedy.
Yes.
Basketball movie that goes by the name of Semi-Pro.
I forgot about that.
3 stacks if you don't even know what it means to be a player. You're so good, but you don't care about winning. You just care about looking good. That's the difference. Wow. What do you say? You rather show off?
Oh, man.
And look at that shit was crazy.
Semi-Pro, baby. Semi-Pro also starred, obviously the main star was Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah. And
Ferrell? Word? The Neptunes was in it?
Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell. Yo, you know who I'm talking about, damn it. I'm butchering everybody's names, man.
I thought there was a Star Trek track.
Start calling him the Butcher Man.
Oh man. And your boy 3 Stacks, Andre 3000.
Yes.
Was in the movie as well. So
that was a good movie, man.
It was a great movie. It was a great movie. Yo.
It was about the ABA and how they were struggling, and they made a mimic, a parody about it, basically.
Yes.
The ABA used to be that crazy. They used to say, "Oh, we're gonna have big shows and this."
ABA was off the chain. Everything I seen about the ABA was off the chain. ABA changed so many of their rules. Once they acquired the ABA, they made them change so many of their fucking rules and shit, man.
You could name what the 3-point line came from the ABA.
100%.
The dunk shot, they were more creative in the ABA. They were allowing you to hang on rims and sky through everything else in the ABA. There's a few things. Yo, the funniest part is when somebody hit the shot and they promised everybody free tacos after the dude hit the shot. He tried to make sure. That way he tried to make sure that they didn't hit a certain amount of points. So he was his teammates.
Exactly.
The check. Remember, he gave somebody the check or something.
Yeah.
Funny, said the Biggie came back and met him in the parking lot with the big ass check. Like 3 weeks later, said it didn't cash. They said they would take it.
Yeah, that was a dope movie, man. Dope movie. Jackie Moon is his name.
Jackie Moon was Will Ferrell.
That was it.
Thompson played him in the fucking Halloween a couple of nights ago and shit, man.
Yes. You saw that when everybody came to the arenas.
Yeah.
Black Panther again.
What's that?
Oladipo.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're talking about in Halloween when the NBA players is coming down the
Yeah, walking down dressed up. I think LeBron was Jason and shit.
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah, well, Woody Harrelson came on the team. I don't know. I forgot how he got on the team, but he was the one with a championship ring with the Boston Celtics with Russell on them, right? Wasn't it supposed to have been with Russell on them? That's how old it was?
The team, they ended up Jackie Moon bought the team, right, off of the sales off of his song that he did. He did that Love Me Sexy song or whatever. That shit was like a hit. That shit made him millions. So he took the money and bought the ABA team and shit. And they added Woody Harrelson, who was an official tissue basketball player and shit.
Yes.
While the rest of them were kind of like doing this shit part time. Fucking Andre 3000, he was like, had some side job. Remember,
everybody had 9 to 5s.
9 to 5 jobs. Remember D-Ray Davis? D-Ray Davis was in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they started beefing. They couldn't see eye to eye. Woody Harrelson was like, "Yo, I ain't got time for this. These clowns, whatever." And then they started getting blown out by all the real NBA teams and shit. They ended up merging and then get blown out or whatnot. So, but yeah, it was a dope movie, man. It was definitely
Definitely.
That's a dope movie. I'm gonna bring it back over to the 90s right quick again because when Lou Hall said, yes, Lou Hall, when you said about the about you know how it is when the players getting hot and everybody trying to recruit them from the colleges. And,
you about to take my movie, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything in between, you know what I mean? And it was happening more than it was happening in the 90s. And the biggest rookie in the world, one of the greatest centers of NBA basketball history, Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? Along with Penny Hardaway, Nick Nolte. Talk about blue chips, yo. Yo, when he found out that Tony shaved that game, that was crazy. When they were rewinding it, he couldn't have done it. He couldn't. He was just having an off night. Nah, that's not Tony. And they're all talking in that room, and they're like, "Yo, look! Oh, that was a straight pass. That was a straight pass right there." He, you know, he had a lot going on. He was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Yeah," but he could have made non-effort, and he went up to Tony, and he got that money. Tony admitted to him that he had shaved that game on points for the bookies. Yeah, so hard, yo. When it seemed what was I forgot the Happy was the name of the dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just giving them everybody, all the highest best players, you know, giving them houses. You know what I'm saying? There was one tall basketball player, one white boy. Remember, I think they gave somebody the big tractor. Was it somebody to give somebody's father a tractor?
That was Chris Mullins, right?
That looked like Chris. I don't think that was Chris Mullins, though, young. I don't think that was, but it was a start. I think this is one movie though. I don't think Chris Mullins was it, but it had Rick Fox in it, who was also He Got Game.
Right? Fox being a lot of shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird was in it. Of course, you had Indiana coach Bobby Knight, Rick Pitino,
Bob Cousy.
Yes,
Bob Cousy.
Bob Cousy. A star-studded cast, yo. I love Blue Chips, yo. It's a very all-around good movie. Nick Nolte rounds it out. Yo, he does play a good character. And his assistant coaches on point also, son. Good movie, yo.
And then the significance of Blue Chips was that Shaq and Penny was in the movie. Penny was still in college and shit, getting ready to go to the draft. And then Shaq was so impressed with Penny that he went to the Magic, the brass was like, y'all need to draft this dude.
It's an awful movie.
They was gonna draft Chris Webber. That was a talk for that whole fucking year that whoever wins the draft is gonna draft Chris Webber is gonna draft Webber. So you would have had Shaq and Chris Webber together. I'm not really sure how that shit would have really worked out.
Craig and Smokey.
Yeah. So then they end up drafting. The best thing they drafted Penny was off the chain. Draft Penny, then you add Horace Grant. It was good.
Yeah, but do you want to say that Penny Hardaway was the first D Rose?
Well, hold on. No. First of all, ain't no first because it's been a lot of players in the history. Fucking Bill Walton was the fucking first. And then I go back to Ralph Sampson. There was a lot of players that unfortunately whose career was supposed to have the greatest career, and they, injuries happen. Was Ralph Sampson the dude that got drafted? Who got drafted before Jordan in 94? What's his name?
Sam Bowie.
Sam Bowie. He's supposed to be the greatest player in the history of the NBA and shit, man. Injuries, man. So, but Penny was gonna be special though, man. Penny was gonna be. Them injuries definitely cut his career short. He was gonna be special. What is he? 6'7", 6'8"? Can do everything. Can do everything on the court and shit, man. Everything, man. But it's all good.
I remember them playing with them. You know what I'm saying, on them NBA Live games. Scott Skiles.
Yeah, Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott. Man. And you got to thank Blue Chips for all that shit, man. Together. Yo, that's what's up. Yo, I'm gonna take it to my joint, man. One of my favorite movies of all time. Me and my man Lou Hall. This is one of the original lost episodes of the We So Classic podcast. We did a full fucking hour-long episode review of this movie.
Yes.
Ever put the shit out? I don't remember why we never put it out. This movie, man, was such a classic movie. Starred this young man that we just mentioned earlier. He was in White Man Can't Jump. Had a smaller role in there. He was a star of this movie. My man Tupac Shakur was in this shit. Marlon Wayans was in this shit. Come on, man. Motherfucking Above the Rim, B. Come on.
Yeah.
Dwayne Martin, right? Dwayne Martin,
man. Such a dope fucking movie. And my man Leon. Big shout out to Leon, man. Leon was the big brother and shit. He started off to see him and his man, see who can. I don't know. First of all, I don't know why they're playing basketball on the fucking roof and shit. I don't know what it's about it.
I never thought about that, man. I never thought about that shit.
The night and shit. I don't know what that was about, yo, but they trying to see if your man can like slap the backboard or whatever. And then he hit the shit and like fell off the roof or some craziness.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it was dope, man. Then you see
Shout
like
out to the MC Nutso Queens. My bad, just had to throw that in there because I remember Nutso.
Man, Dwayne Martin is like the hot shot high school ball player. Everybody's on his nuts. He got the Georgetown scouts coming to check him out. He's ball hogging and shit. Basically, he had to get his shit together, man. He had the skill. He had the talent. He was super arrogant. The coach wasn't feeling this shit. He got to remind me of some of the modern NBA players right now, actually. You know what I'm saying? He's more in line with how they are kind of now and shit.
Actually, if you think about it, there's one player that he kind of mimicked a whole lot.
Who's that?
Iverson. He mimicked Iverson that whole, because I mean, he had the crossover. He was doing the, you know what I'm saying, that through the leg shuffle. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if Iverson was even around. Like this movie came out in '94, which means it was probably filmed in '93. Iverson was fucking still in high school and shit.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. But it was like some dope movie, and then obviously, you know what I'm saying, my man Tupac was Birdie, the big drug dealer. I don't even know what the fuck he did. I guess he was a drug dealer. I don't know. They never really said what he actually did and shit. Did they in the movie? They never said what he actually did? How he got his money? We just assume he was a drug dealer and shit. He recruited him to have you know what I'm saying, put Dwayne Martin on his team. Kyle put him on his team for the big tournament and shit. And basically it's all about morality now. So now he got to see he gonna run with these dudes or he gonna, you know, go with his coach and shit. And you know, but it was a dope movie, man. Very dope. The drama was good and Leon acting was excellent. Soundtrack was off the fucking hook. Yes. Oh man, Tupac was off the hook and with his acting, which is this probably like his. I can't remember if this is his second or third movie that he actually filmed. I think this might have been his second movie that he actually filmed. Don't quote me. I think Poetic Justice came out first, but I think he filmed this before Poetic Justice, if I'm not mistaken. But he did an excellent job by Tupac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was it, man. Like I said, just a dope movie. Love this movie. Even the basketball scenes when they had their battle, they had their basketball battle in the fucking park and shit. Yo, shout out to fucking Wood Harris, man. Wood Harris.
He went out like a G.
He went out like a fucking G, yo. They lost the game. My man had his gun and shit. He's like, yo, we're gonna handle this.
Yo, every year of the NBA Finals, whoever loses, yo, they paint whoever the star player is on that team. They Photoshop his face on Wood Harris's face at the end when he pulling the gun out the bag. Yo, they do that every year.
That's a funny observation. I think I see that. That's funny. That's true.
But dope movie, man. To me, Dwayne Martin was a standout for me in the movie because I like this dude can ball. I was like, yo, this dude can really fucking ball and shit, man. He got some serious skill. Ain't no CG. This dude really balling and shit, man.
And he tried out for the Knicks, right?
Did he? Oh, I don't even know. Did he?
Yeah, I believe he trial for the Knicks.
Okay. Yeah, it was dope, man. But that's my shit, man. Dope movie. Big shout out to everybody involved in the movie and shit.
Tough.
Yeah, man.
So, I guess we're gonna jump into my movie.
Holla, brother. Do your shit.
So this next movie, and keeping it in tune with the 90s, we're gonna jump just a little bit further ahead in the 90s.
Okay.
This movie that I'm talking about featured a rapper, a 1/3 of a rap crew. You know what I'm saying? Goes by the name. Don't know if y'all know this group. Onyx.
Okay. No doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. So with this movie, had a well-known actress from a little TV show called Cheers. Came out April 26th of 1996. I'm talking about Sunset Park.
Dope. Love that
movie. Terrence Howard was in the movie.
Basketball man.
Guy Torrey. Yeah, it was just like a nice little, you know what I'm saying? I consider it as one of our hood movies, top hood movies.
Oh yeah.
Classic hood movie. But this movie was just basically about this woman who became, I think she was a receptionist, and she became a teacher, and she ended up coaching the basketball team, and ended up coaching them to, you know what I'm saying, championship. Fredro Starr, he was just a wild head, of course. I mean, his character, his rapper mentality exudes what he was as far as an actor in every movie he played in. But it was just like it was a pretty good movie, man. Just some guys on the court balling, playing against different teams, and it was a majority black team, and they would face these white teams or whatever, and it was really good, really good. It
was definitely that standard Hollywood trope though of the white woman saying the young black youth and shit. I mean, we see it time and time again, all the way back to fucking Wildcats and shit, man.
What's the other Shadow? What's the name of that show from back in the day? Is it
White Shadow?
White Shadow.
Yeah. Like, we got the white people saving the young black youth and shit.
Man, listen.
and you know what? Since you got on that, there's so many movies like that.
So man, you can do a whole countdown and shit.
Yeah. I'm trying not to name them.
In the city and shit.
The Savior. But I mean, overall, it was a good movie.
When they had to run through, when they ran through when they was running through the park after that shit is the realest. Every time you see, it's so funny because he played Fredro Starr. Good, very good actor, son.
Yeah, man.
Very, very good actor, son, and an elite MC. That Firestar was crazy, son.
I mean, I don't know about elite, but he's
cool, though. You see, that's why I be saying, I believe that,
Shit, yeah.
Him and Keith Murray battle, by the way.
Listen, don't ever bring that up again.
Man. Oh, okay. And more Joe Button, right? Who was the other? Who did Joe Button battle?
Yeah, that one too.
He battled something the Don. What's the nigga name? Hollow the Don.
I
think he followed Hollow the Don.
And Cassidy battled Disaster.
You
don't talk about that one either, right?
I don't remember seeing that one though. I don't remember seeing that one.
Who did Cannabis battle?
Eminem.
Yo, man, it's taking shots at D tonight, boy. Let's go.
Yo.
LL beat that ass, but
How about the one they pulled out the notebook on?
Album on. What? Oh, I forgot he didn't have a like that. So sorry.
I don't know. This went from Frederick.
I'm gonna direct you to this fucking song and shit. All jokes aside, it's called fucking Poet Laureate and shit. I'm gonna direct you to this fucking song, yo. We gonna see. You talking shit about I'm gonna direct you. I'm gonna send you this shit on fucking on title right now. Continue to talk about your little movie and shit. Go ahead, bitch. I dare you to see this shit is whack. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, continue, man.
Yo, you know what? Matter of fact, let me direct you to his whole his whole career. Yo, that's his whole career. Let me see.
Some hard fucking music and shit. Yeah, after a while, this shit is on the face of the earth. Yo, do y'all know Cannabis and Keith Murray had an album together?
Get the fuck out of here.
The Undergods, yo. Holy shit.
Nope, never knew that.
Cannabis and Keith Murray on Undergods. Holy shit.
But you know, there was a group that they had that was supposed to drop. Yeah, the four horsemen, because it was Cannabis, Keith Murray, Corrupt.
I don't know if Keith Murray was in the four. I don't know if Keith Murray was in the Four Horsemen or not.
Because it was on the album, if I'm not mistaken. They was together on a song on the album, and I think that was the second.
Yeah, but they were gonna come out with a real like a real album and shit. I'm trying to remember who the fuck was in it, because I was getting confused with Slaughterhouse actually, because it was kind of the same. It was the same concept of Slaughterhouse, but it was way before Slaughterhouse though. Yeah, it's what it is, man.
Shit, man.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it fucked up, brother.
that's dead like his career, but yeah, Sunset Park, dope movie. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but by the way, it was Cannabis, Razzcast, Killer Priest, and Corrupt.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What's going on, Sharif, man?
Yo, man, I got another one, man. Another classic. I think this one goes back to 1985.
Ooh.
Yeah, it goes back to the golden years of cinema. Talking about this movie called Teen Wolf.
Wow, he had to pull something out back. You don't remember that?
Yeah, you didn't know that was a basketball movie, did you?
That's a basketball movie.
So of course, Michael J. Fox was a teenager, a basketball player, teenage high school basketball player who discovered some superpowers. And that ran in his family. He ended up turning into a werewolf one day. And when he confronted his dad was like, "Yeah, son, we are actually werewolves, man." So instead of being afraid of letting everybody know his trying to keep his secret powers hidden, he decided to use them for his basketball team. And man, this dude was all over the court. Yo. He was lighting these cats up, man. Dude got to the point where he had his other teammates hating on him because he wasn't passing the ball. My man was not passing the ball and shit. He was like a one man gang all day in the court and shit. But yeah, long story short, it ended up, being a dope movie. Obviously, basketball wasn't obviously the main feature, but it was definitely a good side story to the story of him becoming a werewolf.
No doubt. That's the one Michael J. Fox, right?
Yeah, man. She was. I don't know if there's anybody else. Nobody had no other like real well-known actors that I could think of.
They should do a remake with him.
With Teen Wolf?
Yeah.
I think
they have they had Teen Wolf 2. They had a Teen Wolf 2. I don't think he was in it though. He wasn't in it too.
I'm talking about a remake. Oh yeah, because 2 was Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they should make a remake with him now. Like,
you saying with him or somebody new?
Him.
Okay.
I don't think he got it in him, man. I don't think he got it in him. Honestly.
All right. Well, Prez, you're right. Michael J. Fox. I don't think there was any much actors on that joint anyway. Nah, but I got one that there's plenty of actors on my plenty.
Oh shit.
Oh my goodness. I know Lou Hall's over there.
What's up, man? Thinking about the nigga tasteless joke and shit. Yeah, you gotta watch his ass, man.
It's very nice and sweet. All right,
had me scared, had me shaking.
Let's go. Not to get you scared. I don't get you scared. But y'all, all right. Here we go. Yo, this actor played in One Life to Live as a TV reporter. Remember this, in One Life to Live. When I was very young, he was very young. He's from Connecticut.
Okay.
The city. Right? Then we all knew him in 1994 as Dr. Peter Benton in ER. Remember on NBC?
Okay.
Yep.
But we all remember him as Daryl in Eddie Murphy's Coming to America in 1988, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eric LaSalle, no doubt.
Eric LaSalle. There you go. And in 1988, he made the movie, a documentary called Rebound.
Yes.
Okay.
Earl Manigault story.
Yeah, man.
Classic, absolute classic movie. It had him. Forrest Whitaker was in it. Nicole Parker is in it. Of course, Earl Manigault played by the one and only Don Cheadle.
Big shout out to Don Cheadle, man.
Sir.
Great actor. Great actor, yo.
No R.I.P. James Earl Jones.
R.I.P. to James Earl Jones.
Yo, man, not dead.
Not dead, guys. He's one of your favorites, D. Loretta Devine.
When I said this, she's one of my favorites and shit.
One time she was in one movie when she played the mom.
Remember that one movie where she was crying and shit?
Yes.
Or should I say, remember all the movies where she was crying? My baby. Somebody typecast in this shit, yeah.
Was on Different World. This man definitely was on Different World. Remember Glenn Turman?
That's my man. Yo, I just found out he was married to fucking Aretha back in when she passed. I had no idea. They was married for years, yo.
Earl Manigault, Don Cheadle played an excellent role. He was supposed to be the greatest player that ever lived.
Word.
The story comes around in Harlem in the 1950s. It is legend that Earl Manigault, the GOAT, could snatch a quarter from the top of the backboard. The beautiful, yes. Come on now. The beautiful Nicole Parker played a love interest. Please, guys, a very, very good movie. Anyone, please go out. I don't know if it's. I got a Netflix. See if it's on Netflix. Find that movie. Excellent movie. Excellent cast, and it tells a crazy story from Harlem, New York City, about basketball and drugs.
Yeah, man. Word.
All right. Word. I don't have to go any further. Frank Lucas, heroin. That that smack that was out there in the 50s that was controlling the neighborhoods.
They on that heroin now. It's just a different form of shit, man.
They just drink it now. So but it's an incredible story. Don Cheadle. This is a long time ago. This is in the 90s. I go back to the 90s. This is like 96. White Man Can't Jump was 92. Blue Chips was 94. So I kept it in the 90s. to keep it to the theme as what we were talking in the intro about favorite album dropping years, it was always also the best for movies and other forms of media. 80s and 90s had it the best. And this story set in the 50s was incredible, guys. Yeah, your Prez, you was 30 back then. What you remember going to and seeing the Pearl? You was probably already past your prime back then, right? Yo, I'm gonna look like you about to cry. Yo, we just had to leave.
Go ahead with your story, man. Just go ahead, man. Just go ahead.
Yo.
Just go ahead. So, Prez, you remember seeing him, right?
No.
This song playing live, Prez? You saw him?
No.
Okay.
I did not.
What's the accent?
Kevin Garnett played Wilt Chamberlain in the movie. Kevin Garnett played Wilt Chamberlain. Joe Smith was another one in there. A few NBA players. Was it Pooh Richardson? I think was in it also. Yo, Prez, you remember you played with Wilt?
Yo, go ahead, man. Go ahead, yo.
Yo, that's what Surrey said.
Yo, stop it, son.
Yo, man, I'm gonna holler at one of my last ones and shit before we get into the rap and shit. Yo, this is actually I say this for last because I knew none of y'all would pick this. I don't know if y'all ever saw this, but this is hands down. I love documentaries. This is hands down one of my favorite documentaries of any genre, let alone basketball documentaries. I love this shit. I followed this young man from when he was in high school, followed him all the way up until he made it to the fucking NBA. Talk about straight out of Coney Island. This is the movie called Through the Fire, the story of Sebastian Telfair. Documentary, man. This documentary was so amazing. Everybody knows Sebastian Telfair, Lincoln High School, cousin to Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury was the man at Lincoln High School, was doing his thing, set all kind of records, won state championships. Then his little cousin came up, Sebastian Telfair. Yo, y'all know this dude, Sebastian Telfair, was on the cover of Slam magazine with LeBron James and shit, right?
Wow.
High school. Like he was the fucking Sebastian Telfair was the man in New York City, yo. He had that shit at least a good 2 years, his junior and senior year of high school. He had New York City on lockdown. He was the best basketball player in the whole city, man. And in 2004, your man won UA Mr. Basketball 2004, New York Mr. Basketball 2004. He was McDonald's All-American MVP in 2004, yo, and he was killing it. He committed to Louisville with Rick Pitino, but then he decided to put in for the NBA draft. And shit, man. And he got drafted. I was watching this shit. I was watching the draft night. I was watching it. I was waiting for him to get drafted. He got drafted number 13 to the Portland Trailblazers straight out of high school. The first point guard ever to get drafted straight out of fucking high school, man. And the documentary follows him all the way up from, you see his home life. You know what I'm saying? They living in Coney Island projects, and all he want to do is just make. I don't give a fuck. I cry every single time I watch this fucking movie.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I fucking cry because all he wanted to do was provide for his family. All he wanted to do was provide for his family. That's all he wanted to do. His brother tried to make it early on. His brother, he didn't make it. I don't know if he had injuries or whatever. He didn't make it, so he decided to push his little brother. He saw him, he had the game, so he decided to push him, and he wanted to make him a star. He would get him up every fucking morning before school, 4 o'clock in the morning. They running up the beach, they're running up the stairs, they playing basketball every single morning. He had him out there grinding. All he wanted to do was make his money to take care of his family. And then the last one of the last images of the documentary is that you see him at draft night. They had a big party. I think I don't know if 4040 was around. I can't remember what club they were at. It might have been Justin's, either Justin's or 4040, whatever was the popping club at that time. So they had the draft, a draft party because they knew he was in it. And then he didn't come to the party. He was like somewhere else. He didn't come to the party. So then they finally showed when they said number 13, Portland Trailblazers select Sebastian Telfair. You see everybody going crazy. They going crazy in the room. His family going crazy. His mother's crying. His little brother's crying. And then Sebastian Telfair, he finally comes. He looking all confident. He see his mother. He just breaks down and fucking starts crying, yo. He just breaks down crying, tears streaming out his eyes, crying like a baby in his mother's arms, man. And he's just like, this is all for you. Tell her this is all for you. That's all he ever wanted to do was take care of his mother and shit, man. So just for that fact, I love this kid. I followed his entire career all the way up to he was out of the NBA. Just for his story alone. I love this story. And I don't know if y'all ever saw this, but y'all should definitely take a look at this fucking movie, man. It's called Through the Fire about Sebastian Telfair. Amazing documentary, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I heard about it, man. I never really got a chance to catch it. Yeah, obviously.
And you the Brooklyn head too, right?
I'm a Brooklyn head, yo. I had the DVD. I literally had the DVD in my possession. I just, how shit.
Somebody bought it. They left with it.
Nah, one of my boys was telling me. He was telling me it's a dope movie, a dope documentary, and he had put me onto it. But I just never took the time to watch the shit, man.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna look it up. I'm definitely going to catch it. He retired in 2005. Well, he retired from the NBA in 2015, and he played a couple years in China.
Yeah.
Went out there. His best year in the NBA would have been 2007 season, 2007-2008 season in Minnesota, where he averaged about 9 points a game, about almost 6 steals a game, about 2 rebounds a game, shit. But and he played the most minutes. He played 32 minutes a game, but he never played a full season.
Yeah,
He never played a full season. He was, injury.
Man. He's a small dude.
Yeah, very small. He was 6 feet tall, about 160 something pounds, 67 pounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, real small.
But he was definitely, like I said, for high school, man, he was running the city. He was one of the greatest high school players of all times and shit. I think he was holding records until Lance Stevenson came and took his high school records in New York City and shit. But he was definitely doing it up, man. What's going on, Big Lou?
All right. So for my final movie, you know what I'm saying, I decided to take a route back into 1996. This movie featured some very famous characters. One person in particular, who the movie was mainly about. This is when this gentleman stopped playing in the NBA, decided to play baseball, came back with number 45, coincidentally, but he had number 23. I'm talking about this movie also featuring those famous characters that I just mentioned. Somebody by the name of Bugs Bunny. Somebody by the name of Porky Pig, Tasmanian Devil. And I'm talking about Space Jam.
Classic.
Yes, classic.
Never heard of
it. I tell you, even to this day, every time that I see it come on, I just get involved in it and I gotta watch it, man. I love this movie. Back in 96, I was in middle school still. I was getting ready to go to high school. But man, I love this movie. I had the soundtrack, love the soundtrack.
I hit him high.
Exactly. I can even remember one summer going up to New York to visit y'all, D, and I had the soundtrack
every summer, man. You be lying out there. You ain't going to every summer with us, man. You be lying.
Not every summer, but I do remember this particular summer when this came out. I definitely remember that summer. And when I tell you I played it out. I played the soundtrack out, by the way. Just like everything I do. But yeah, this movie was like awesome. just the fact that they was able to bring the cartoon characters with the live action. My man Bill Murray had his, appearance in the movie.
Shout out to Bill Murray, man.
Yes. Hopefully you're listening to this podcast in Charleston, South Carolina. Okay. Yeah, man, this movie was great. I know that they were talking about doing a sequel to this and doing LeBron, but I never heard anything about it since.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming, bro. They got who did they get? They got I want to say they got who the fuck they got to direct the movie? Somebody famous. One of these famous directors that's hot, that's popping right now. They got him on board.
Somebody from Marvel?
No, man. I think it's is it Ryan Coogler?
Oh,
Ryan Coogler.
Man.
I think they got Ryan Coogler to direct the movie.
I said Marvel.
Yeah, well, yeah, technically, yeah.
Did he do the Creed?
Yeah, he did Creed also.
Yeah.
He did Creed also.
And Fruitvale Station.
And Fruitvale Station, that is correct. And like you said, obviously, LeBron is reprising the role, Jordan's role in the movie. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons I think it can happen is because his ass went to LA. You know what I mean? So, so it's coming, man.
I saw some dope movies coming out. LeBron got mad movies already coming out.
Yeah, documentaries, movies.
Friday the 13th and shit.
Yes. Remake that, sir. Please.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm. They told him what they told him. What that politician said. Shut up and dribble.
It was a news reporter. It was some.
I thought it was a politician. I thought some politician or something, some senator or some Congress. She was like, shut up and dribble.
Yeah. What LeBron needs to do is come with a fighting video game, and then they bring back Shaq Fu, and then they beat the Shaq Fu versus whatever his video game is. Yo.
Yo. Space Jam was dope. I mean, you can't go wrong. You got the Marvel. I mean, you got the Bugs Bunny and all of them. Like you said, you got the Looney Tunes people. You got the second best player of all times. You got Bill Murray. You got all of these people and shit. Man.
Hold on, what did you just say?
It's dope, man. Big shout out to everybody.
What the fuck did you just say?
Soundtrack was off the hook.
Don't fall for it, Lou. Don't fall for it.
Yo, on that soundtrack, that joint with R. Kelly and Jay-Z and Changing Faces.
I thought, why don't you talk about the actual track? I Believe I Could Fly, my nigga.
Dope song, man. Dope song.
I Believe I Could Fly was on it. You talking about Changing Faces?
I believe I can fly. It's dope. That's what's up, man. All right, you good, Luho?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
What's up, Praj? You want to close it out, man? Your last one, brother?
Nah, bro. I ain't got any more, man.
Ain't got no more.
I ain't got no more, man. That was all I had, bro.
You shot your shot, man. That was it.
Shot, man. Sat my ass down on the bench. Sat my ass down on the bench. Man.
He blew his whole load, man.
So what's up? Got some honorable mentions, brother. We can run through them real quick.
Omar Epps, Sanaa Nathan, Loving Basketball.
You don't say that, Prez. I'm disappointed in you, motherfucker. Come on, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Damn.
They were neighbors. They were little. Everybody cried when they saw her playing in the WNBA, and he's sitting on the side with the kids.
I didn't cry because I didn't see it.
Wait, man. What?
I never saw it.
I saw that movie in the theaters, y'all.
Hey, man, are you black?
Crying, my nigga.
How do you want to see Loving Basketball, man?
Anyhow, nigga, I just didn't see it.
Come on, man. So Pelican Brief, right?
Man, I saw Pearl Jam. That's Julia Roberts. That's a dope joint.
Love it, basketball.
Continue, man. Continue.
Basketball was classic, man. Yo, Recess, I got another. I know you saw this shit, brother. Another fucking dope ass comedy with my man. My man, he was in another basketball movie. He was in Above the Rim, but there's another one where he fucking starred in basketball movie where he was Kadeem Hardison, Marlon Wayans.
Oh yeah, the 6 man.
Yo, the 6 man. Yo, Kadeem Hardison was his brother that died and shit. He died.
Yeah.
Trying to help him back out and shit, man.
In the fucking hole, man. Was like, yeah, that shit was dope, man.
Hell yeah, yo.
That was dope.
No doubt.
Y'all got it.
Yo, I got some newer basketball movies, man.
Okay.
Yo, this was a terrible movie, by the way, but it's just
I like it. I know what you're gonna say. I like it, yeah.
What am I gonna say?
You gonna say fucking Thunderstruck?
Yep. Yo, that movie was terrible.
I like that movie. It's a bad movie, man. Sorry, Kevin Durant, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I like that shit, man.
Terrible, man. I don't know.
I know. But by the way, everything we about to name President see now one of these fucking movies. I can
crazy.
I'm saying I was busy, man. What do you mean? You gonna get on me because I was busy?
Yo, big shout out to my man Bow Wow, man. Fucking like Mike. I like Mike, yo. I like that shit too, man. That was another.
Hold on, wait, Prez, you ain't seen Like Mike?
He ain't see Like Mike. He ain't see that shit.
Yo, man, your black card is now been revoked, man.
He ain't seen none of these shits, man. You got another one, he says?
Oh my gosh. Hoosiers.
Gene Hackman.
Can't go any further. Come on now. That's probably one of my favorite basketball movies of all time, right there. Classic, 1986. That movie's 32 years old. Prez was around what, 30 something anyway at the time. 30. He was already 30 at the time. You remember Hoosiers? Huh?
No, nope.
I bet he saw that shit, but the fucking all white team, he saw that shit. But yo, man, what about my man, the angriest coach in the history of fucking cinema and shit, man? You better put the motherfucking ball in the motherfucking basket.
Coach Carter.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I like Coach Carter. That's a dope movie, man.
I like that movie too, man.
Yeah, it was fucking real dope, man.
Yo, so let me guess. Prez, you didn't see this movie called Juwanna Mann?
Juwanna Mann? That was with Queen Latifah?
No.
Nah, man.
I ain't see it.
Miguel Nunez Jr., man.
Man, they should have ate the fucking enchiladas and Friday the 13th Part 5 and shit, man.
Nope,
I love Juwanna Mann. I love that movie, man.
That was when, you know what I'm saying, he played in the NBA. He ends up getting kicked out for like just his attitude. He was kind of like with Rodman. He was a Rodman.
Yeah.
So, and he still loved the game of basketball, so he ended up being in the WNBA.
Just like a woman and shit.
Yeah.
Busting their ass. And then hilarity ensues and shit where he's in the women's locker room.
Yes.
Nobody know he's a woman. And he falls in love with you. He fall in love with his teammate and shit.
Yeah, that was Vivica Fox.
Oh, that was Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox.
Yeah.
Shit, yo. Vivica Fox was the shit.
Yo, D.
What's up, brother?
Last classic. Couldn't go nowhere else without it. Basketball Diaries.
Classic.
Mark Wahlberg, Juliette Lewis.
I bet you saw that, Prez.
Basketball Diaries? No, didn't see that.
Oh man,
what the fuck you be doing with this shit, man?
What do you do with your time?
Ernie Hudson, son, bar, son.
Hiding.
Watch a movie and shit, man. Yo, you saw this joint, man. I mean, it wasn't really that good, but I used to come on TV all the time. I watched it every time it came on because I love Damon Wayans and shit. Love Damon Wayans. Something about that Celtic Pride.
Celtic Pride. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna come up with another one that comes on TV all the time with Queen Latifah and Common, Just Right.
Oh, okay.
I never saw it. I wanted to see it. For something I never got a chance to see it and shit though.
Queen Latifah is a physical therapist.
Right.
Common is the star of the Knicks. You saw that one, Praz?
No. Sound like it was dope though. Sound like
he gets hurt. He's the star player. He gets hurt. He ends up meeting Queen Latifah at the gas station after the game or whatever. By coincidence, he's in a nice Benz. She's in her beat up bucket, and they talk or whatever. They go out. It ends up that he starts liking Queen Latifah's sister. They get married and everything. Or they're about to get married and everything. And then he finds out that he's really in love with Queen Latifah.
Oh, so he divorces the sister and married the other one.
I don't think he ever got to marry the sister. I think they were just about to get married or something.
Yeah,
okay.
I have been married to. I don't know. Yeah, D. I thought that one comes on a lot though.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
I got one more real quick. I know old ass Prez saw this shit because he had to be at least in high school when this shit came out, man. We're talking about the film debut of Mr. Lawrence Fishburne, 1975. Cornbread.
Girl and me.
Oh, he saw that. His eyes lit up for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They killed cornbread.
Yo, D, you was mentioning those movies where the white guy is a savior.
Yeah, man.
Yo, there was another movie. This came on like a bunch of 50 billion times.
Yeah.
My man Kevin Bacon, The Air Up There.
Oh no! They say the Africans and shit.
Yeah, man. That.
Come on, man. I bet we watch that shit now, but that shit is mad racist and shit. Yeah.
And you don't even pay attention to that when we younger because we just see it.
We doesn't look at that. We doesn't pay that too much attention. I bet that shit is mad fucking racist right now. Yo, we watch that movie and shit, man.
Super racist.
And yeah, very much so, very racist. But we don't think about those things now. But all right. So, and my last honorable mention is, of course, the movie that Lou Hall thought that he was reporting last week when he said slam, because of that song that I sing in the New York City MTA subway stations. So in the house. Used to light up the subway stations. Used to sing that. That joint was dope.
Dope.
And it was not named Slam. And RIP to that movie Slammer Jammer that did come out last year. Yo, I went to the theater. I was the only one in there. The basketball scenes was dope. I explained the story before, but not to be confused, okay? Luho.
Not to be confused.
Not to be confused. Yeah, I just want to do one last one. We just talked about, my man Michael Jordan.
Right.
But there was actually a made for TV movie about Michael Jordan. I'm talking about Michael Jordan, an American Hero.
What was the dude name that started that shit?
Was the Michael.
The fuck is
you want to say B. Jordan so bad?
I was thinking B. Jordan. That's not.
But it's Michael something because
yeah. I remember that movie. It was cool. I actually watched it. I watched the whole thing. I watched it. Yeah, it was cool. That's what's up, man. My last one, man. I talk about documentary. I love documentaries, man. This is probably another one of the greatest documentaries of all times. Talk about they follow these two young men in Chicago. William Gates and Arthur Agee.
Yeah,
and Hoop Dreams, man.
Yeah,
such a dope.
Dope. Seeing Hoop Dreams deflate.
Yeah,
well, that was like one of the first ones, and then EPN started doing them made for them 60 for 60 joints.
Yeah.
Joints after. Yeah. But that was one of the original ones that set it off. I first saw that movie on ESPN.
Word.
Yeah, I didn't see it in the theater. No, I saw it in ESPN. It came on. Like, it was a big deal too.
Yeah,
the night they showed it.
I mean, they did that. I mean, the movie made good money and shit. Had a $700,000. It was a documentary. $700,000 budget. They made $11 million in the box office.
Ooh. Yo, real quick. Speaking of documentary, we didn't even mention the one of the biggest documentaries that came to the movie theater of, I guess you could say this time period.
What's up?
More Than the Game.
The LeBron joint.
Yeah.
That was dope. That was dope.
Theaters. Yeah, you're right.
That was dope. Yeah, that was dope.
Is that the one with the soundtrack that had Drake?
Ain't me nothing to young.
Okay, that's the same dog. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Definitely.
Big shout out to LeBron. Big shout out to Iverson too. The Iverson documentary on fucking. Dope too. Dope.
Yes, my guy.
Oh, now you woke up and shit, man.
That's my guy.
And it's so funny. He saw that one, and it was never in the theaters. He saw that one on TV.
But yo,
Bubba Chuck.
That's what's up, man. Y'all got any more? That's it. Wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's what's up, yo.
Another dope episode. Good talking about some basketball movies, man. The NBA's in full swing right now too. Everybody check everything out, man. I really want y'all to check out that Sebastian Telfair documentary too. I know we going through some legal issues right now. I know he had some crazy shit that happened to him earlier this year, man.
Remember when Fab shot him, robbed him? No, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. He robbed him, and then Sebastian ended up getting Fab shot.
Damn,
remember that?
I remember that shit, yo.
Yeah.
Shit. Crazy.
Yo, you always spreading that shade room shit.
It's facts, man. This is facts.
Facts? What do you mean? Oh, it's not. Everything's a legend, my day.
No. You know, Fab is down with that Street Family crew where they go around, they rob other rappers and ball players. Come on, man.
Some shade room shit right now.
Act like you don't know, man.
MCs act like they don't know. That's KRS-One.
I'm about to act like get the fuck out of here. But yo, thanks for checking out the podcast. Check us out Tuesday at 8 p.m. on SkyhawkRadioNC.com. Check us out over there. Hit us up, social media at We So Classic Crew. We all over the place, Instagram and Twitter. Give us a follow. Our email, WeSoClassic@gmail.com. Trying to link up with us, hit us up on there. Hit me up personally at DJ D Dame. That's on Instagram and Twitter. And my email is djddame@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You could check your boy out. This is Prez. You can catch me on the Instagram and Twitter. It's going to be Rep 1804. That's going to be REP1804. So holla at your boy.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Lou Hall. You can always catch me on Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. That's going to be Lou Hall is IZ back, BACK. Lou Hall is IZ back, BACK. Also, you can hit me up by email. That's going to be louhall803@yahoo.com. louhall803@yahoo.com.
What's good? It's your boy Recess. You can catch me on Snapchat at Resuscitation, Twitter at Southside Recess, one word, and on your IG at GETDAFUCOUTAHERE. Get the fuck out of here.
Ooh, we getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, buddy.
That LeBron is going to beat. Yes, indeed. Shout out to LeBron James, baby. The greatest of all times, man. That's my man.
Let's lost 5-1 in double OT. That's great.
Yo, that is it. We are out. We So Classic. Peace.
Peace.
Motherfuckers.